4.1 ratios. I can understand what a ratio is and does.
Do you guys understand what a ratio is?
Yes.
Do we know what it does now?
Yes.
What does it does? What does it does? Can someone raise your hand and tell me what a ratio does? Riley, what's a ratio does?
It compares to quantities.
It compares two quantities. The numerator and the denominator compare two different things. However, ratios can be written not as just a numerator and denominator like you see here. It can also be written using what are these fancy things called?
Colon.
Or it can also be written using what's this thing called?
2.
The word 2. Remember, T-O, not T-W-O. Not the number 2. So, should ratios be reduced, you guys?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Ratios should be reduced. So, we know a ratio compares two quantities. We know they should be reduced. We know they can be written 3 different ways. Here's some practice. I asked you how many X's to O's are there. How many X's do you guys see here?
6.
How many O's do you see here?
4.
Is 6 to 4 an acceptable answer?
No.
Because you need to do what?
Reduce.
Reduce. Can I write it like this right here?
Yes.
Can I write it like this right here?
Yes.
Can I also write it as a fraction?
Yes.
Oh my God. Now look at letter B. I changed the wording a little bit. Don't let that confuse you. Now I asked you for the total number of X's to the total number of shapes. How many X's do we have again?
6.
How many shapes do we have? Woo! What did I do there? Let me put that back. How many shapes do we have altogether?
10.
And is 6 over 10 the right answer?
No.
Because you should do what?
Reduce.
And then if I ask you to write that answer in fraction form or in decimal form, you simply take the fraction and make it into a,
Division problem.
because a fraction is a,
Division problem.
is it okay to use your calculator?
Yes.
Yeah. So if I took my calculator out and I had 3 to 5, I could just take 3 and divide it by 5 and get 6/10, right?
Yeah.
Riley, are you looking up here or are you looking on your calculator? I have a calculator up here. Everything you need is up here on the screen. And then the last one we did was a word problem. Mr. Mills was shopping for some fruit. What does the word and mean?
Add.
So it says, we want to know the ratio. Hold on. What is the ratio of kiwi and oranges to pineapples and apples? 12 kiwis and 8 oranges. Is it 12 kiwi or 12 QBs? Let's just say kiwi, right? So 12 kiwi and 8 oranges give us how many total of those?
20.
And then 2 pineapples and 5 apples give us how many of those?
7.
And you can write it as 20:7, 22:7, or 20/7. And then just for fun, Joe, I said make it into a decimal. And you all said super simple. You just take the fraction, which is also a...
Division problem.
Any questions?